Good morning. Good morning, good morning. I'm going live a little bit early this morning because we have, again, a lot of work to do. But David's decided to take Jessie Bessie out for a walk already. So I thought whilst he's gone, I'll jump right into it. So today we're going to do a bit of fringe here. And don't forget that we've made this right here much longer than it should be because we want the fringe to cover the top here. So just a couple notes about the fringe we're going to do. So for this free pattern here, we're going to do a little tutorial that I first saw on, well, to be fair, we used to make these all the time, but we used to do them with like pom-poms, where you wrap your fingers with thread, and then in the middle, you tie it together. And then when you cut the ends, you make like a pom-pom. And we used to do them all the time when we were little. It was so much fun. And I saw Hope at Hope Embroidery. She did one, like kind of the same, but a little bit different, where you wrap it with your fingers. And I was like, that would be brilliant on the FEB Stitchalong. So that's what we're gonna do today. I just put some more colors in here, make it a little bit more colorful. Okay, so today we're gonna do this fringe here. So what you're gonna need to do is pick one color for your fringe, and then you can either pick another color for the bottom part of the flower, or you can pick the same color as you've done for your stem. So I'm gonna pick the same color as my stem because one, I already have it here. It's the 00255 that I used for the stem. And then the flower color, I'm going to try and pick a color that I haven't really done yet. There's only so many pinks, you know? Maybe like a bright pink. Or, oh, I already used that one. That's a bit too similar, isn't that? Maybe I'll just use this one. Or like an orange. I'll just do this one. Ooh, I'll do this orange. That's quite nice. Okay, so it's 00328, and it's like quite a bright color orange. And what we're gonna do, the first thing, don't cut your thread. You're gonna use all 6 strands of thread. Don't cut your thread, is hold it like this and wrap it. If you do 3 fingers, it's gonna be really long. See? That's how long your threads are gonna be. If you do 2 fingers, they'll be a little bit smaller. I might do 3 fingers just so you can see it, and then cut it later. So the more wraps you do, the more fluff you're gonna have. Okay, because it's gonna be the front and the back. So I'm gonna do quite a bit because I feel like I want it quite fluffy. Okay. So like that. And then cut another piece of string. You're gonna put it through the hole like this. And tie it in a knot. Yeah? So there we go. All of this right here is going to become our fringe, and it's going to go on the very end of that flower. So the next part is you're going to take each of these ends and put them on your needle, and we're going to poke them through the fabric. So where you poke these through, that's where your flower is going to start. And we're just going to cover the end up here with the green thread. So if you put it way down here, then your flower is going to start here with the fringe. okay? If you put it up a little bit farther, then it's gonna start there. And you can always cut this later. We're gonna cut it at the end. So don't get like, oh my God, I don't know where to put it. I don't know where to put it. It's okay. There we go. All right, and I made the stem longer because I wanted it to cover the flower, to cover the stem. So you've got your one tail on your needle and you're gonna poke it down wherever you want your flower to start. Mine's gonna be quite tall like that, yeah? And pull that out and put this one on. And poke it down on the other side. Pull it through. So on the front, you should have your loop like this that we wrapped around our fingers. We've tied a piece of string, double knot in the middle, and then we've poked each side. I've just done one side on that. One string through on that side of the stem and the other through that one. I'm trying to go slow so that like you can get it, you know, because it is a little bit confusing, but it's not too bad. So we'll see. Now let's flip it over. And this is what you see on the back. So this is the end of our tail. And we're just going to tie that in a double knot. And do it quite tight because you want it to lay nice and close to your stem, okay? Now for this part, we're gonna hold it up like that. And this bottom part here is where we're going to stitch over to make it almost like a bud, you know? Just like that. So let me get some more of that color, if I can find it again, because I've just flung it off, I think. Here it is. It's gonna be like a bright ass orange flower, isn't it? So I'm just doing a little knot in the bottom. And this is another choice that you get to make. So as you have your fringe up here, it depends on how kind of much green that you want from here down. So if you want it to just have a little bit at the bottom, you could go like that. And all we're gonna do is just do some straight stitches straight across to kind of tack it down. So it can be, like I said, like that. You can make it quite big to have from here down all green. It just depends on how you want to do it, where you want to put it, okay? The other thing that you need to kind of look out for, that you need to make a decision on, is kind of how skinny that you want this. So you could smash them all together, really skinny like that, and have like a nice thin bud coming off the top, or you can kind of let it splay out like that and have like a thicker one. It's up to you. It just depends on how big you would like to do it. Okay, so I've done just a little knot on the end because this, like I said, it's just going to be some straight stitches to go over the top, and we're just going to go back and forth and kind of fill up this bottom part here. So I like to start like where I want this to go, and then we're just gonna put it over top like this. I feel like I'm gonna have mine like that. Like not really big, but also like not really small. So you're gonna have like kind of a hump here where the threads are folded over after we wrapped it around our fingers. Obviously we had to fold it over when we put it on our hoop. So from here, it's almost going to be like a satin stitch, but it doesn't, literally they're just straight stitches. We're just gonna pin that down. And be a little bit careful with these straight stitches because you are gonna see them after you cut this and everything. You are gonna see these stitches. So this isn't something to just like, oh, just put them here and there, wherever. Have a little think about the shape that you want. It can be, hi, George. It can also be like kind of like crisscrossing if you wanted. But just be aware that you will see them. This is like the bottom of the flower, so. So I'm trying to keep mine quite easy peasy simple. And then at the bottom, I'll probably have to go across a couple times because it is like a hump there. Hello. Just making a wee little flower here. Like I said, I know I'm early, so apologies. There we go. I'm going to start to make them a little bit smaller now. And obviously you could pull these really tight. And they wouldn't have like such a hump there. And then I'll go over that one in the middle because you can see the orange through. And we're not done yet, so don't think, oh my gosh, this is not nice. We're gonna cut all these loops in a second. I'm just gonna go over this a little bit. I don't really want to see the orange through. Let's get a couple more down here. I think we'll be all set. So after you've kind of like tacked it down and you've like made your bud on the bottom, why are you not going through? There you go. So there's what it looks like that. Afterwards, I'm just going to do a knot on the back. And then here, you're going to cut all of these loops. Don't be scared. There we go. So you can leave them a bit scraggly like that. Obviously, I'm going to cut mine so that they're all the same length because some of them are really long. So let me just... Probably want them a little bit shorter, to be fair, even. But I thought I had my like really sharp scissors around here, but I cannot seem to find them. Oh, there they are. I'm gonna do just a little bit shorter. I'm not a hairdresser, guys. Okay, and this is why tweezers. It's a good idea to own some tweezers that are just for embroidery. Okay, so now I've given it a little haircut. Oh. Okay, of there. What are you doing? Okay, so after you've done that, you can either leave them as like separate, like how they're all a little bit separate, or you can take the back of your needle where the eye is, and you can run it through to try and separate those hairs a little bit more. And when you separate them, it'll make it look like they're all like one strand instead of 6 strands each. So you can keep doing this for like ever and ever and ever if you want. This one's got its own little idea here. Hi, Meg. So yeah, you can just keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going. You can get a little comb even. Yeah, I did go live earlier. So I've been live for like 20 minutes or something, or maybe 15 minutes, because David went to go walk Jessie Bessie a little bit early today because he still has some work to do and it's half term. So I thought I would take advantage of the time when he's not here. So sorry. So there we go. This is what we've got for this one. Obviously, it doesn't have to lay so flat against your hoop. You can like fluff it up a little bit or whatever. But yeah, aren't these so cute? I feel like I want it to be even a little bit shorter. We'll see. We'll see how I feel with this one. But yeah, what do you think? Yay? Nay? Would you use this stitch again? Thread Me Up says, I love this one. So excited to do it. You could also mix threads. I know that next week we're going to have a day where we mix some threads together, so you can see how if you do like 2 strands of one and 1 strand of another, then you can like you mix them together and get different colors or have the appearance of different colors. But you could also do that with this. So if you wanted to, you could take 2 different colors. So I'll just like show you what I mean with this. Take 2 different colors, so this one and this one. And when you put them together, then start wrapping. And then you get that color variation like already in there. Yeah, or even 3 colors or 4 colors. It's up to you what you decide to do with your own. So yeah, tag me in your posts. Tag me in your stories. I cannot wait to see how you get on with this one. It's not that tricky. You might have to like watch it back a couple times or like rewind it. And I'll put them up on YouTube as well so that you can watch it really big if you need to. But I think they're so fun looking. So have a lovely Friday. Tomorrow is catch-up day, so I will go live on catch-up day. I'll probably just do the one video like I did last week and then kind of work a little bit on this hoop, a little bit on that hoop. Yeah, but other than that, I think that's it. In the paid version, we're doing turkey work, which is a little bit more complicated. So if you want to have a look at that, then come back in like 2 minutes and tune into that one as well. So hopefully I can do it right and you won't get too like mixed up, you know? But yeah, tag me in your post. Make sure you're doing the Barmy Fox SAL. Go visit the hashtag. Leave some comments and love on other people's posts because super important. We are a community, not just one person. So yeah, I hope to see you in a little bit for the other version. So have a lovely Friday, and I'll see you in a minute. Bye.